I'm going to go ahead and start out with my primer, and I'm going to use the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. Really nice little glass jar here, and that's what the product looks like. It kind of does remind me a little bit of the Tatcha. Go ahead and start here on my nose and just kind of work out a little bit, kind of filling in those pores. Wow, that did a really nice job. I mean, just filled in pores, just kind of blurred. Wow. I'm going to pick up the Sigma. This is the F80 Air Flat Kabuki brush. So I'm going to go ahead and just see how it does applying and spreading out my foundation here. I do like this brush. It is really, really nice. Did a really nice job at just applying the foundation. Now, I'm not, really pressing hard, and I'm not, swirling my brush. All I'm doing is just taking it and just lightly going over my skin with it, and just kind of evening out that foundation. I'm going to go ahead and try the beauty sponge here that Sigma sent me. This is a very uniquely shaped sponge. It's got, all these different flat sides to it. Has the curved side, little flat side there. What I'm really interested in is this really defined point that's up here on the tip of this. I mean, look at that tip on that sponge. Do y'all see that little crevice area that I have right there? Do you see this? Let me kind of pull my skin apart. That for me is the hardest area on my face. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and kind of turn this sponge around just a little bit and see if I can get that little point right. And I did. Look, it got right up there in that little crevice area. So I like that. I like that a lot, because a lot of the other sponges that I use, because look, there's one here. Do you know how hard it is to try and maneuver something, that is so big and fat, to get it right up there in that little tiny area? But this just, look, it just fits right up there in that little area just perfectly. The Sigma, and this is the F30 large powder brush. This brush is phenomenal. I mean, look at the big, large handle on here. Really soft. I do mean incredibly soft. Oh, this brush feels good. It is so soft on my skin. It just glides over nicely. One is the Sigma F40 large angled contour brush. Now, I don't do like a lot of per se contour on my face, but I do want to go ahead and just try it out and see how it does with a little bit of a bronzer. And then I'm also going to try this with my blush as well, and see. Just putting it right where I want it. So ladies, look at that packaging. Isn't that so pretty? Look how much product you get. I mean, that is a whole lot of product. There's 0.30 ounces in this container. Really nice. You do get a nice little mirror in here as well. But look at that shade. Isn't that beautiful? I love shades like this. Just that beautiful, delicate, perfect shade of pink. And go ahead and just apply it here. Really pretty. And this is the F35, the tapered highlighter brush. Again, I'm going to do just a little multitasking with this brush, okay? Now, a lot of times whenever I'm done setting that concealer underneath my eyes, I'll go back in a little bit later on and put a little bit of the It Bye Bye Pores, and this is the pressed powder. So again, look at the point on that brush. Big, chunky, weighty handle on it. Really nice. And this brush, it works really good for getting right up underneath that eye and up there in that little corner area again. I mean, see? Just look how really, really nicely it got right up underneath my eye there. So see, we were able to do a little multitasking because I'm also going to use this as my highlighter brush as well. And I ended up picking up not one, but two of the Dior highlighters. I want to go ahead and use the peachy one. So let's see here, I want to use this one right here. But these are just beautiful. I have not used either one of these yet, so I'll probably go ahead and just toss the pink one back in for another time. It does, because it's done a really, really good job at applying that highlighter. But this highlighter is really pretty. I love this one. It's beautiful. Yep, this is the E55, and this is called Eye Shading. See how it really does a really nice job at just, spreading out that paint pot for me, that eyeshadow primer. Go ahead and pick out my brush here again, a little bit of this pressed powder. go ahead and go over the top of it. This is the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. That is what the inside of that palette looks like. Those colors are absolutely beautiful. Okay, in here it looks like you get 6 matte shades, which is going to be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Now the rest of these do have like a shimmer or a sheen to them. This is the E45, and it is a small tapered blending brush. Really nice brush. Look at the point on that brush. So I'm going to try and just work with these 2 brushes alone to create an eyeshadow look. And I'm going to go ahead and the shade that I'm going to use up here, it's like a kind of like a light camel brown. I'm going to go ahead and start here in my crease and just kind of work my way up just a little bit. This brush is so soft. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in with that flat little brush that I used for my eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to pick up just a tiny little bit of it, tap off my brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of place that down here on my eyelid. I'm going to go ahead and pick up just a little bit of the shade right here, and it is called Beaming. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that one over top of that gold. And I think that will come out with a little bit of a lighter shade on my eye. I'm going to pick up a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, my E55, and I'm going into this shade here called Fool's Gold. Go back in, because I feel like it will do better with just a little bit of that MAC Fix Plus to really make that green just kind of pop out a little bit more. I'm going to go back in and pick up just a teeny tiny little bit of that first shade that I used real quick, and it's called Toasty. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my bottom lash line with it. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the tapered blending brush and go into this beautiful shade right here, and it is called After Hours. I just want to kind of just see if I can just kind of deepen up that crease just a little bit. I did just a few more things to my eyes. I did a little tight lining with the NARS Larger Than Life, and then I did my bottom lashes with the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. This is always such a mouthful for me. And my top lashes, I went ahead and did just a little bit of primer with the Lancome XL Sills Booster. Now, I do have a mascara from Sigma, and this is called Sinuosity Lash Slanted Wand here. Now, the bristles on this are the little plastic bristles, but I'm going to see if you can see just how teeny tiny they are. So there it is. That is just one coat right there. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put on another coat of it. And let's see how we can build this up a little bit. All right, so now there is 2 coats of that mascara on there. I think it did a really, really good job. Some mascaras can either be, you know, volume and they're still real short, or they can be really lengthening, you know, where you get those little granddaddy long leg little effects. But this one just seems to have given me both, you know, a whole lot of volume and also that nice little lengthening effect. So really, really happy with this mascara. I've got a lipstick as well, and the shade in this is called In Spades. Packaging, I mean, their packaging is just fabulous. Fabulous packaging. Very, very nice quality. This is a heavy, heavy plastic packaging with a little bit of that matte black finish to it. On top here is the beautiful little Sigma signature with the holograph on there. It's really, really pretty. And this is so nice because the lid here is magnetic, so you're not going to have to worry about it, you know, coming apart in your handbag. And look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That shade is just so, so pretty. There it is. That is a gorgeous shade. So let's go ahead and try this on. Really creamy, really, really pretty. For me, this is just the perfect shade of pink. It's not too dark, it's not too light, it's just that beautiful in-between shade that I really do like. Okay, so I want to go through everything that, all of the new products that I used here, and we'll just do just a real quick little rundown here, okay? All right, the sponge. Oh, I love this. Perfect for getting in those little tight areas, you know, and I bet it would even really go really good, you know, around the corners of the nose. Love the sponge. The highlighter, I'm just picking up stuff here. The the Dior highlighter, I really do like this, and I think I got a little carried away with it, but oh, this highlighter is beautiful. Love that. The Sigma blush, beautiful, perfect shade of that perfect, delicate pink. I mean, you know, this is just, it is beautiful. I love this, love it. And let's see, okay, the Tarte, the primer. Oh, this is good. This is really good. It kind of reminds me of the Tatcha, you know, in the Tatcha, the big round one. But for me, this just went on better than what the Tatcha did. And it has a little bit of more ability to kind of like really blur those pores out, you know. So I like this one a lot better than what I do the Tatcha ones. Really, really good. Oh, this eyeshadow palette. Oh gosh, this is so, so pretty. Such a beautiful palette. Perfect formula. You know, the only thing I would change differently, like we spoke about earlier, is with the green shade going in with a little bit of that MAC Fix Plus and picking that up. Perfect. Love it. Love it. The lipstick, very beautiful. I mean, this is just like that perfect shade of pink that, you know, I think that so many of us can wear and get away with. Not too dark, not too light, just that perfect in-between shade. So I really, really did love it. Okay, now, oh, the mascara. Here it is, the mascara. I love this mascara. Definitely a very, very nice mascara. I mean, my eyelashes, they don't feel, you know, they don't feel like that crunchy. And so far, there's nothing that has fallen or flaked. Nothing, you know, done any type of transfer or anything. So I will leave down below in the comment section, but the brush on this is perfect. I love the brush. I just loved how it really just, you know, grabbed my eyelashes and just really gave them that volume and did, you know, some of that lengthening as well. Fabulous, fabulous mascara. Love it. Okay, now let's hop over to all of these brushes. Now, this is what really amazes me. First of all, is that I only used, how many brushes are here? 6 brushes. 6 brushes to do everything, you know, on my face. Eyes, powder, bronzer, blush, highlighter, you know, setting that under eye, concealer. I mean, setting also, you know, the top of that eyeshadow primer. I mean, just really nice brushes. And I mean, you know, I love that we were able to just multitask with these brushes. And that's what really, you know, just kind of makes me happy. Now, I'm definitely going to go hop over on Sigma and order a couple more of the eyeshadow brushes. I mean, I did, you know, use this one and I made this work. However, you know, if I had a bigger one, I would like to have a bigger one. There's a few other shapes that I would like to have. But just showing you, you know, how you can make the most out of just 2 brushes. I mean, 2 brushes is all I used to create this eyeshadow look. I think I did pretty good. So anyway, yes, I loved every single thing. Every single thing that I used. What a great day that is. Ladies, I do want to take just a moment and thank Sigma Beauty so very much for sending over this generous PR package to me, and also more than anything for reaching out to some of us ladies here in the mature beauty community, because I know that Annie from Annie's Makeup Channel and Lori from Pride and Photos, both of those ladies also received this same PR package, and they both did videos and their looks turned out beautifully. So, I mean, you know, it is just such a wonderful thing, you know, when a huge company like Sigma reaches out to someone as little as what my channel is. I mean, I'm super appreciative. So thank you, Sigma. Thank you so very, very much. Also, ladies, Sigma was so very kind to go ahead and grant me a discount code for you all, so I will enclose it in here, and also I will put it down in the description box as well, along with a direct link over to Sigma so that you all can check out a lot of their brushes. I mean, they have a huge, I do mean a huge variety of brushes. They've got makeup, which when I received my PR package, I was completely dumbfounded. I did not realize that Sigma had makeup. But yeah, I mean, the makeup that I use today is fabulous. So I do highly recommend the brushes, and I definitely highly recommend the makeup as well. All right, ladies, so let's go ahead and just address a little bandage here. So, you know, I'm sure I could have wore a different shirt and covered it up, but, you know, y'all are going to see it someday. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to hide anything from you all. You know, I went back and had the perimeter cut off from the basal cell cancer that I had, just to try and get a clear margin to make sure that, you know, it is all gone. You know, yeah, I'm going to end up having a very large scar. You know, sometimes don't you wish you could just kind of turn that clock back and go, wow. Wow, I wish I would have stayed out of those tanning beds. I wish I would have protected my skin with a whole lot of SPF. You know, yeah, but we can't turn back time, but we can just go forward and make better decisions. So anyway, yes, the scar is probably about from here to here. So yeah, there's lots of stitches in there. And yeah, and I knew, I mean, I did not realize, you know, what I was in for until the little nurse, she walked in and she had 2 syringes of the lidocaine. 2 syringes, 2 full syringes. So there was 2 3 cc syringes full of lidocaine. And I'm like thinking to myself, oh my gosh, it's not that. She's fixing to go to somebody else's room. That's not for me, because I'm not going to need that much. So she came in, I said, is that all for me? And she goes, mm-hmm. I was like, then the panic struck, because I was like, oh my word. How much are they going to cut? You know, because this thing just started out as, I mean, teeny tiny little thing. It really did. You know, maybe in another video I'll share some photos with you, but it just started out as a little thing. And so, yeah, I've ended up with a scar. So anyway, you know, it's part of my journey in life. Wish I could go back in time, but I certainly can't. But, yeah, and as he, you know, everything got numbed up, you know, and I was sitting there, and I had my aunt and my husband with me, and they were sitting, you know, in front of me in these chairs, you know, and as I could feel him, you know, I mean, I couldn't feel it because I was numb, but, you know, I knew what he was doing. And, you know, I just kind of was watching their eyes, you know, just to, you know, just kind of see the expression on their faces. And at one point, my husband's like, you know, just looks away. And I'm like, oh my word. And then my aunt, she's sitting there, you know, she's just smiling, and she's got this look like, oh, Lord have mercy. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. So anyway, yeah, that was no fun. But anyway, I'm just hoping that that is behind me. Yeah, so if you don't wear sunscreen, please do. Please, because, you know, skin cancer, it is real. And yeah, a lasting scar for the rest of my life. Something that, you know, it's right here. And every day I'll probably see it in the mirror and think, girl, if you would have only stayed out of those tanning beds and protected your skin. So anyway, ladies, that is all that I have got for this video. I do want to thank each and every one of you so very much for stopping by and hanging out with me and spending some time with me. Please leave me some comments down below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to click on that little subscribe button. Ring that little bell. What else? Scroll down, leave me a comment. I already said that. But anyway, yes, I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. And as always, I wish you all a safe and a wonderful day. Bye.